Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Facts About the Presidents of the United States. Yeah, as you can tell, we're in a different location of the room. Washington is in a different spot on my wall. I mean, technically, this is one of three spots that you'll see Washington being hung up. Right back there, the spot where we always have them, up along that wall, and up along the wall in the other room. So one of three spots, and this is one of them. Of course, you guys have seen the one over on this wall and the one in the other room. But this is a new change. It's a new setup for me. Anyways, today's episode is, President number 28, Woodrow Wilson, who was a Democrat from 1913 to 1921. Yeah, you guys might know what major conflict in the world was going on between 1913 and 1921. Yep, that's right. If you guessed World War One, you're correct. Oh man, it's supposed to be the war to end all wars. But yeah, it just made things worse in the long run. So, we have 6 facts about him for you today. So, enough rabbit trails. Let's just jump right into it. Number 1. His earliest memory as a child was hearing Abraham Lincoln had been elected president and that war was coming. Yep. I believe he was born like around the time of the Civil War. So yeah, there's that to think about. Number 2. He was the first president to visit Europe while still in office. You know, the Treaty of Versailles. Yep, he was there in where were they? I think they were in France, something like that. I don't remember, but it happened in Europe where the Treaty of Versailles happened, where Germany had to pay war reparations. Which, on the side note, they finally finished off paying off all the war debt and the reparations from the World War One, like about 8 years ago. Yep. Anyways, number 3. He was buried at the Washington National Cathedral, meaning he is the only president buried in Washington, D.C. Yep. Last week we talked about William Howard Taft and that he was the only president to be buried in. Oh, he's one of the few presidents to be buried in Arlington Cemetery, which, by the way, is not in Washington, D.C. It's in Virginia. So, keep that in mind. And we'll talk about someone else who was buried in Arlington. It's like at least within the next 10 episodes. He's a real interesting guy. You'll probably know who I'm talking about. Number 4. His full name is Thomas Woodrow Wilson. Yep. Number 5. He's on the $100,000 bill. Yeah, you didn't think that our money can go up that high. Well, back then, yes, but today, no. See, in today's money and dollar bills, you have either ones, twos, fives, tens, 20s, 50s, or hundreds. So, I did a little research on that, and the $100,000 bill was produced from 1934 to 1935. So, There's that to keep in mind as well. I just love tea early in the morning. At, what's that, 11 in the morning? And number 6. He was married twice. His first wife, Ellen, died while he was president, and married his second wife, Edith, while in office. Yep. Alright, so that's all for today's episode. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for Warren G. Harding coming up tomorrow. Stay cool, stay tuned. Washington, how come you never went outside the country? What's that? You did? Where'd you go? Ah, Barbados. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where Rihanna lives.